Talkin Sauce, episode 131.
131. Yep. What's it called when it's same forward and backwards?
Palindrome.
Palindrome.
Palindrome, which is not a palindrome. Missed an opportunity there.
It really did.
It did. It's fucked up.
It's not. You can't.
Palindrome. That's what it should have been.
They should have named it race car. That's what they should have done.
They should have named it race car.
That's race car.
That is the word for something that is the same forward and back.
That's pretty good.
A race car.
That's pretty good.
But, dude, so speaking of the Matrix, which I don't know how this is going to work out, but have you seen the fan theory, the popular
What's the popular fan theory here?
That the setup is going to be that in the new Matrix, Keanu Reeves played a Neo character in a movie in the Matrix.
Oh, I've seen this.
And then he is like, remember, like, I guess, like, the idea is that they're trying to tell him that, you know, you're remembering, like, being that actor, but he's actually Neo from the Matrix that
I've seen
existed in a movie in the Matrix. And I guess that's
the biggest piece of evidence to this is there's a scene, a very short clip in the trailer where it looks like some shit's going down in a room. And in that room, there's a projector, and the projector's playing
the Matrix in the background.
Playing the first Matrix, the scene where he gets enveloped by the silver shit. So I could see how one, and then there's, you know, a couple of little context clues, like where he's talking to the dude, and the one dude mentions the Matrix, which is kind of unheard of by people who are seemingly plugged in. Mm-hmm. So it just has this overly self-aware vibe to it. It's a good theory. I don't think that's going to be what the deal is, because that seems a little too
lame. A little too
lame for sure, but just like
lame.
it's a little meta. It's too, you know. I hope not, right?
Yeah.
But it's
that's
context.
the setup, and then the whole other thing is it just like really leans on we're all on our phones, like to be even like the next layer of meta. It's gonna be a terrible movie.
Hey man, what I stand by my original guess. It's gonna be like up here or an absolute miss. Like there's no gray area.
I think it's gonna be a hard swing and a miss, but the Keanu action scenes are gonna make up for it, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna be John Wick, but
see, people love John Wick. Like no one even is like, oh, like the story of John Wick's amazing. Like people just love the movie.
Yeah, I mean the first one is a great fucking. It just hits the mark, dude.
Yeah, I mean action porn aside, like you know, there's good shots.
Yeah.
Good cinematography.
It looks cool. You know what I'm saying?
Good dialogue.
Yeah.
Especially like with the father and son and that whole, you know, it's like
and
very like over dramatic. Like
that emotionless stoic thing just plays so perfect and just like I'm a badass.
Keanu does it quite well.
He does.
Programmed to.
Bro, he is.
As we all are.
We're
programmed to be bad at like this. Like,
they should have John Wick playing, and then they're like, no, you're just remembering your John Wick scenes. And then he'll be like, "No, I'm actually Neo from the Matrix."
Like,
and they're gonna tie the story
like in the Matrix 4. Like they're showing Keanu his whole career, his whole acting career. Like they're like like the Replacements, Bill and Ted. Like he's getting all that shit.
Yeah.
I was we passed a highway sign coming back this morning. It's slippery when wet, and I was like, "Fucking blah blah blah." Beethoven. His favorite songs include Mozart's Symphony, Fifth Symphony, and Bon Jovi's "Slippery When Wet." That's good shit. It's so good, dude. Total miss or one of the best movies ever.
Hard swing and a miss. Hard swing and a miss. I'm calling it.
He's calling it.
I can't really say that you're gonna be wrong. Like in my heart, I feel like you're right. I don't want you to be right, but like when has a good movie just come out? Like when are movies good anymore? Like good,
except for Marvel.
Marvel's the only exception to this.
And the Rick and Morty movie they're about to make.
I was gonna back up like there's other good shit, but I was gonna say like South Park, like something that like never misses.
I mean
it's been around for like more than like 4 years. Like Rick and Morty's been around for like what, like count on one hand how many years they've been around?
I think it's 5-6 years now.
5-6 years.
Whatever. And they already peaked. Like
and in a fifth.
I don't know.
You know they peaked.
I mean, this past season finale was by far the best.
I hate guys.
You need to watch it.
I do need to watch
it. It ties a lot of shit back together. Make a lot of shitty fans shut the fuck up.
Nice.
I hope.
Good.
So.
Good.
It's good.
Not even a thing.
It is.
Nope.
You're one
There's
of them.
a lot of shitty Rick and Morty fans. Jesus Christ.
Sure there are. They're shitty fans of
one of the most
everything.
toxic fandoms straight up you'll ever dive into.
That's
every
fandom.
Made that mistake on Reddit.
No,
once.
he's probably close. You're probably close.
No, yeah, man. Yeah. There's a whole subreddit that is just nothing.
So we know gaming's bad, right? Just as a whole. We can generalize gaming as pretty horrible. Game of Thrones community has to be pretty terrible.
Depends on which side of it.
There's so many angles. They hate it. They hate the show from and hate each other from. Like
we were watching TikTok last night. Jack Black on his official TikTok put out he loved the final season of Game of
I
Thrones.
hate Jack Black now.
see how divisive this is?
See, and I've heard a lot of celebrities say how much they liked it, and I'm like, what? Especially like
Dude,
actors and
he
shit.
knows somebody.
Yeah, but
fucking,
still,
I also
it's like
think
professional.
that's how bad it is. You
I
should
also
be able to throw
think
that out the window.
part of that, if it's all celebrities, they're like, that's fucking crazy. They got a show made, like just
That's
from
fair. That's fair.
from a same career respect level.
Yeah.
Like, they got a whole thing put through.
That's fair.
Shouts out.
Yeah, Jack doesn't read the books. I'm just making a broad.
What if he
assumption.
does though? What if he's like a huge expert on the books? That would be
And he thinks the
hilarious.
last season was the money.
that too. It'd be wild.
Would be wild. He would be alone there. Well, you know.
Speaking of things going well, college football.
I watched like 5 games yesterday, just chilling. I don't watch any football, let alone college. And I mean, it was all right. College sports, like college sports are like Game of Thrones. You can watch the first quarter and the last 10 minutes, and you'll get all you need.
That's fair.
That's how football is for me in general. But
Yeah. I guess really, I mean, you can
Depending on the
almost boil. You
sport.
can almost boil any sport down to
Yeah,
it.
it
though,
just depends.
Yeah. Golf. Who gives a fuck? You know?
I mean, we're talking about beginning and end dry.
Yeah,
Like, there's
yeah.
nothing going on there. Just show me the round. Show me after and see, how the best minus you had there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you watch?
Impressive.
Did you watch the UNC Virginia game? I know Dylan. You went.
You
to
went?
it,
I was there.
Was it hype?
It was all right. We were stuck in the student section, and that was kind of
There's worse places to be.
that was a little whack.
Was it
You're not
whack?
a
I
student
think next time we're gonna get regular seats, but
Why was
it
it
was
whack?
cool. Oh, dude, it was
because he's
just
not a student.
I mean, that's fair, but it's like
that. It was like uncomfortable, and also like,
He had to stand
Alright.
this close to somebody.
well, hold on. Everyone who stood up stood on the actual bleachers,
oh, so you
right?
couldn't sit down.
So I'm like, all right, well, I guess we got to do that too. And as I'm going to stand up, Dakota points out that right behind us is a handicapped fella.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't stand up. And let me tell you, those kids stood up on the bleachers for most of the game.
Oh yeah.
That
So-
sucks.
We ended up not staying for the whole game. but
Who let down this person and didn't give them just a better seat? Period.
Just.
I mean,
yeah.
they were on like a platform right up there. It was a good seat. Just
Wasn't meant to be stood in front of.
doesn't account for people standing on the spot that you're supposed to sit. You know?
Yeah, the goddamn students. I
So,
mean, that's,
they were
that
hyped,
is
though.
what the student section's for.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and they were hype. I was happy.
It's
for 'em.
unfortunate.
But I was like, yeah, next time we'll just pay for the regular, just pay for the regular seats.
When did you guys leave?
Like right before the end of the first half.
Oh,
This is perfect. Like you're hitting all the marks as someone who's no longer in college. You graduated. You're hitting all the marks of someone like how you just like should handle a college football attending. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like you go, you don't fit in with the student section because you're not a student. Like it's kind of like being at like a hardcore show. Like if I were to go to a hardcore show now, like one with like heavy moshing and like local bands and that kind of thing, like my place is not in the pit or like crowd serving.
or
the front.
really even near
And
the front.
I also just
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
point
yeah,
out,
it's not.
also to point out, like I wasn't just in the student section.
Right.
To the folks, my girlfriend is pretty much a grad student there, so also pretty.
Well, not pretty much. She just is.
Well, she is. She's a med student there, and
Not pretty much, if you think about it, you know.
and all the kids sitting there, they were clearly like freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
and
whole,
it was
that's
just
the
like-
point.
It
Like,
was like, man,
it's for the kids.
exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So for you to be like, nah, like I felt like I was back in my element.
That would have
that
been
would have
weird.
been more. That would have been more concerning.
If
Yeah.
anything, it was a good experience.
That
It
wasn't
was
my element when I was in college. I didn't sit in this like.
No, see again, like there's like a perfect way to handle it. He handled it perfect for a non-student. For someone who is a student, and this is just my personal take on it. You go to the tailgates, you get absolutely smashed to your tolerance, and then you don't go to the game. You don't go. You bar hop locally, and then you go back to your assuming you live there because you're a student. You go back to your place and you crash,
Yeah.
and then you wake up in parties. Hopefully after the win.
Hopefully.
The fuck you standing at a game for?
Yeah.
You don't like football.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck. But you watch this one kid who might go to the NFL, maybe. He's going to be a 6th-round pick.
Not at the
Ain't
school
Brady.
we went to.
Yeah. I know what that, bro. We had some. There's some ranked teams concerned for having not perfect records.
From what, how many years has that been now? Like 10 years since the fucking...
I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even referencing that because since I watch games, Coastal Carolina might have a perfect season, but they got App on the schedule, and I don't.
Facts.
And the analysts don't think it'll be a cakewalk.
Okay.
Because it's at the Rock too. Damn it!
Love college football. A complete.
I watched 5 games yesterday, and I'm an expert.
Oh, that's good. That's good, dude. What a I guess I don't really know about Boone, but going to a Western, dude. What a letdown from like high school football
For
to
real, especially
college
where we
football.
went to high school, man.
Yeah,
Where football was
we
hyped
were
up.
we were a good football school. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I need a haircut.
Never those lame motherfuckers.
Like it's at a point where the hair is just like it's just in my eyes. Like I'm not managing it well, so it's just in my eyes
Going
now.
full PC gamer.
It's not good.
You gonna flip your hair a lot, dude.
I'm just gonna like dip my head in a thing of what's that, like that balding cream?
Bleach.
Oh, Nair?
I'm just gonna dip my whole head and
Ow.
like, come out like Neo,
That'd be good.
just bald all over.
That'd be good. You should do that. You do that for content.
Like do it on
We will.
on camera.
We should make that video.
Get me a giant tub of it,
Okay.
see-through tub,
Okay. We can do
and we'll
that.
do it like a dunk tank.
I'm pretty sure that shit like burns. Like
It's
a
not gonna feel. I
motherfucker.
mean, I'll like wear eye protection
Yeah.
and cover up my orifices. Goofy.
Dip your whole head. Get your beard hair off there too.
That's what I'm saying. No, like my whole body, bro.
Oh, we're going.
I said dunk tank.
Oh, I see. I was thinking just like, head.
Like
but-
Bobby
That might
apples?
actually kill you. If you
Cover up my orifices. Come out just smoother than a
Shiny. Shiny.
very tender. I'll probably feel like kind of like I got sunburn all over. You
It'll feel a lot like that, I bet. But you want to talk about?
could just shave me.
have Megan shave you
I'm
on
trying
camera.
to get bald. Here.
Trying to get clean, pure.
It's like Frank in the episodes. Does he shave himself? Is that what he does?
Yeah, and then he covers himself in like Vaseline.
No, I think it was hand sanitizer, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
no, it was.
Jesus.
Oh, shit. Speaking of just being naked covered in hand sanitizer, dude, some shit went all over Twitter yesterday. Hockey Twitter. That's how I saw it. It was going around on hockey Twitter, which it really had no business there in the first place, in my opinion. Some guy who's a verified Twitter account, which there's context there, tweets about he's like an MLB blogger or something like that, like a freelance writer, I guess, and tweets about some experience where someone asked him to be on their podcast, and he mentioned their fees, and then when he mentioned the fees to the guy, they told him to fuck off, and then that dude took offense to that, and then just told that story on Twitter.
Okay.
And it was like a 3-tweet message. The long and short of it was like, yo, I mean, I charge this usually, and this guy didn't want to pay it. He was kind of a dick, and, like, I'm doing this when I do this. Like, he was speaking his piece. Bro was kind of a little pompous asshole about it. Like, there's no hiding that. But he was speaking his piece, and just Twitter had an absolute field day of a bunch of verified sports media, like, of the like, of a similar, caliber as this guy, I guess. If we could just put it under one umbrella. Just proceeded to completely bash and disregard this guy's tactic, and also like just say that to never do this, and that this was not an okay thing, bad business, all the above. I just found that a little odd. I just found that like super weird that like this became a pile-on. It was a weird battle to pick. I feel like I don't know. It's relevant because it was super popular yesterday.
It did. He was the main character of
He was like
Twitter for
almost
a while.
like 2,000 quote tweets.
Yeah.
which
Oh,
is a
yeah.
lot for some shit like this. Like that's a lot of shit.
He as the kids say, got ratioed.
He got ratioed
He caught
hard.
that ratio. I don't know. I think the people just had a problem with like the pompousness of it. You know what I mean? The arrogance at which he was like, I spend an hour prepping and all that stuff. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like people wouldn't have been as mad if he didn't just try to like justify it, type of thing. With that, if he was just like, "Yo, I told him I charge this amount of money for a podcast," he told me to fuck off. Like,
Or just
that's
like
kind of crazy.
don't
right?
even tell the story. Like think about it. Like that's like one of us going to work and like going in to ask for a raise, it not going well, us feeling a type of way about it, and then expecting the entirety of the internet to just sympathize with like you just not getting a raise. You know, it's just like it's almost just like you're not doing anything wrong. Don't expect me to feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Or like think that like this guy was like a piece of shit. Like
yeah. I don't get. Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's he should never tweeted about it. And whoever told him to fuck off, it's like, well, I get not wanting to pay someone $100 to come fucking guest on a podcast, but it's like I wouldn't if they said that big word. So like we just can't afford that.
You don't expect it to be for free. I think is the thing. Like you shouldn't go into it expecting them to do it for absolutely nothing. I think that's more the thing.
But that's what I'm saying is like if they said it's going to be $100 for me to come on and be I feel that, but I can't pay it, and just like that's how I would have handled it. Not
for
fuck
sure.
off.
Yeah, as if like it's absurd. That's my point, and that's how people. It seemed like the majority of these verified sports journalists were like had no problem with this guy being like, no, fuck you for having a fee.
Yeah.
Like that was never an issue with anybody. And my biggest thing with that is like, these are a lot of the same folks who we would all say deserve to be paid for their writing. And then themselves would publicly protest not being paid for their writing. And then it just seems kind of odd to like go right back and say, don't pay this dude for his words. Yeah. It's a little kind of backwards to me, I think.
No, I see what you're saying.
And it'd be like, oh, because he said it like a dick.
Yeah.
Doesn't just completely justify the extinguish of his ability to make some money.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems really hypocritical.
No, and it just you got to chalk some of that up just to the culture of Twitter where it's
pile on.
Oh, people are piling on. Like let's fucking pile on. Like we're kicking motherfucker. But
they don't call them followers for nothing.
Yeah. But I agree. It's like it's asking money for if someone. It's different than like. Us asking like when Dylan Jeffrey had us on the podcast Starting Five, check it out. But it's like
new episode just dropped.
If we were like,
it'd be absurd.
If we were like, yo, you got to give us money, like that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
But if it's just somebody from if I have a following and it's just somebody out there and they're like, yo,
like
there's nothing podcast.
There's nothing wrong with working with a low. Like the thing is, it's not wrong to be someone of some status, work with a no-name content creator, and just do it in the goodness of your heart and the whole paying it forward. There's nothing wrong with any of that.
Yeah.
But to say that like it's completely bad business to just have a different approach is just like it's not even logical. It's just like they're just piling on for the sake of piling on. They don't even know like what they're saying that they're against. Like, it's just crazy, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That being said,
like this never should even have been a talking point online or a subject on this episode.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
this is crazy.
Personally, I do feel like it's giving someone, I don't know how long they expect it, but telling them I can hop on for 30 minutes on your podcast. Personally, I'm like, just you don't like charge for it type of thing. You know what I mean?
You should.
But yeah, to think that it's crazy that people do that.
Because like you would make a decision on some like, okay, like I've looked at this content a little bit. They seem like there are some people I would want to work with, and again, like I got the 15 minutes this morning. Or if it's on some like. Or just the same, right? They have the same level of like respect for it and want to pay it forward. They're like, but like I'm busy. I got these deadlines this morning. I can make this much time. Yeah. And like you might have like a fucking car repair. Maybe this guy's got flats. He needs to. We don't know his fucking. You know what I'm saying? There's like, no, this guy's got money. Don't give him shit. Yeah. It's just like, what do you mean, dude?
Yeah. No, like I said, it's not surprised that someone would do it. And not really mad that someone would do it, but it's just like
that's the thing. They were mad.
Yeah, people were mad.
They were mad.
But it's all again part of it. Part of that shit. Yeah, I try to just chalk like 50% of any sort of like vitriol in something up to just the fact that it's Twitter. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you read this post and they're pissed off, and this post and you just get more and more pissed off just reading other people being pissed off, and you're like, I gotta up the ante here. I hope you fucking die.
We all get those. No, for sure. It's just, Shouts out Dan Clark. I would not pay him $100 for 20 minutes or whatever for an hour prep. It's, that's not in. And he talks about baseball. I'm not
in. And I have no idea who this guy is.
Didn't know.
So there's part of it might be he already has people that hate him for whatever his opinions and personality is in the MLB space.
Maybe
they might already hate him for that shit, and then there's that context of like, well, this guy's already a shitty guy, and now he's coming out here like,
Yeah.
how are you going to tell me that? You know what I mean? So there
No,
could
for
be
sure.
that,
It could totally be that.
you know?
Just as easily be that.
Yeah. Because people would look, some of the shit that people say to stuff that Wyshynski or whatever says. If you just looked at like a hockey Twitter person's response to like some of his more innocuous tweets, and it's like, man, why do people hate this guy? That all he said was that he thinks like this team's gonna win the cup.
Yeah, but Wish is a dipshit.
That's what I'm saying. Having the context of being in the sphere of
No, he's actually the first person who I would want to see his schedule of all these fucking shitty podcasts.
Did he shit on him? Did he?
Yeah.
Did he? Oh, I didn't.
100%.
I didn't know. I was just pulling
Bro, everybody.
that as like a parallel to.
Basically, if someone didn't respond, it got to the level of verified sports accounts, like up, probably like not outside of these like baseball, fucking hockey, like no one in fucking the football ESPN world was gonna touch this one, I don't think. But like, if someone didn't respond, it's because they agree and they didn't want to fucking say they agree. Like it got to that level of the people that were commenting on it, like we're just being like, I'm on this person's side of the fucking coin. It was it was weird. It was like they picked such a non like significant thing to be like, all right, everybody pick a side. We're going to war.
Well, it's an easy one to pick, right? You know what I mean? There's no there, but to the point where it's like you can go hard against Dan Clark here, and that'll never end up being the bad side. So it's like an easy thing to be like,
you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my fucking sword here. Use this right here. Extrapolate out to what else you think I probably believe.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let you rock with that until maybe we have to make a decision.
That's
on
so good.
those stances.
That's so
but
good.
until then, generally the same team here,
But
right?
it
Fuck
works.
Dan Clark.
It works both ways because like, and this guy I think knows like. He's getting hella impressions from all stuff. So undoubtedly, whether it's through podcast appearances or whatever, like he's going to see.
He's on
some amount of
Barstool
check.
next week. He's on. I don't know, but he's
probably.
probably.
But to your point,
yeah.
No,
Barstool's
he's
like, we'll hire
going
this
to
guy.
see some amount of check.
Yeah.
From this whole thing. If not, that's what you're doing the whole internet thing for. If you're that guy, right? You're a blogger. You want the fucking impressions and. Not everyone's going to turn into a big bag, but...
Didn't Twitter start that thing recently where you could, like, sub to somebody's account?
Yeah, no, you can...
There's like a paywall for tweets? I don't
know if they introduced the paywall for the tweets, but they did add, I think, like a dono button.
Well, I think I've just seen people say, like... I forget what they call it.
They talked about that, though. It's a thing.
But I've seen people say, like... this tweet is behind like the paywall type of thing, and it's like I forget what they call like the subs or whatever on there. I can't.
Dead assing is like, is it not just like Twitter Premium? Like it's super. It's not
probably.
Not
it's probably just called Premium or some shit like that.
Should be like the Nest, right? Like
the Nest. The Nest would be good.
Sorry, trademark because that's your thermostat shit.
That's true.
Unless you're broke as hell.
But does it exist in a different
broke as
realm?
Hell, if you don't have a Nest. Like, I think we could draw that line. Like, I'm not hating. It's just like it's a matter of fact.
I don't have a Nest.
I don't have a Nest.
Broke as shit.
You ain't got
digital thermostat?
No,
it's digital,
but you ain't got the shit.
No, it ain't a
broke
Nest.
as fuck.
Press button. It's all touchscreen.
It's all touchscreen.
It's all touchscreen.
My shit ain't even touchscreen, bro.
Broke as shit.
Hey, bro. Hey, I got a garage, son. Get out of my.
He does have a garage.
Yeah. Garage is like your front porch.
Nah, son.
It works out.
Your garage is basically like a doormat. That's your garage.
Nah, bro. Fit a whole car in it, bro. Big ass doormat.
Like if you didn't have a garage, like that, like all your weight stuff would just be in your front yard. Is what I'm saying. Like
do what?
If you didn't have a garage, all the weight stuff and anything else would just be in the front lawn.
I wouldn't have it, dude. I'm not that trashy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would just,
you said it.
You can't just. You gotta put it in the backyard at least. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have that shit in your front yard. Fucking weight bench and shit. Is it dying?
It died.
That's fine.
It's probably for the fans' benefit anyway.
Y'all keep going.
I'm sure there's something on this angle that it shouldn't be in this angle.
They don't have to see Dylan anymore though, so look at him kicking lights and
he
shit.
Looks 29.
He looks that's fucked up.
That's true.
How dare you look that age and not be that old? Or if it were ever to be the opposite, how dare that be the case too? You fucking piece of trash.
See, that'll never be the wrong side to take. Extrapolate out. And
Jacob, get in there. Pile on. He's weak.
Shit.
Finish him.
But dude, speaking of getting finished, dude.
Okay. Ready.
Big Z, New York Islanders, dog. Going out to the island where he was drafted.
Like, I'm not happy about this.
Yeah, I know you were pretty stoked on him being in that Washington locker room, dude.
I wish he would come back. I saw someone tweet a picture with his arm around Z and just saying, like, you know, looking back to this when they inevitably throw hands this season with Wilson.
Oh, with Wilson. Yeah.
The fucking arm around him. No, I mean, yeah, going back to where he was drafted, 96. That's a long motherfucking time ago, yeah.
Year I was born.
I think I was 4.
Crazy.
2, I was 2. It's wild,
you
son.
were 4.
Shut up.
That's when I was born.
Shit is wild, son.
So what was it?
When you get to my age, you start to forget shit.
Did he sign like veteran minimum?
I don't know. They might have been like a fine. It probably wasn't a lot because when he signed the Caps, it wasn't a lot.
Could you look that up real quick, Dylan? What Zden Chara's?
It might have been on some financial terms not disclosed type shit on the quick, but
it's Zden Ochara. He's Irish.
Did you say Zden no Chara? Zden
It's Zden
Ochara. Well, there's the name of the episode. I'm gonna buy up all the rest of the O'Charlies and reopen O'Charas. and it's an Irish Chara themed restaurant chain.
I could probably pop off.
1 year, like 0.8 million.
How's it?
0.8.
0.8.
So close to the minimum.
800 grand, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how they worded it? 0.8 million?
Nah. I mean, it was 795.
He's just like sports lingo illiterate.
Yeah.
Like, he just can't just say like 800K or like.
So do you think Washington didn't want him? I don't know the cap situation out there.
I honestly have no idea. I don't know if it's a prospect thing, you know, because they got people they might want. I don't think that's it though, because I think a lot of fans were just kind of like, well, why didn't we? And maybe there was interest. Maybe he wanted to go back. The team drafted him for a little reunion tour. Who knows? I ain't telling Big Z what to do. It's cool. He gets some coaching under Trotz.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like I really like this for the Islanders. It makes them, and this is why I dislike it so much for the Caps. It really makes the Islanders a tough team. I think.
Yeah.
That's already tough. They're always lately a playoff threat because of that toughness and tenacity and the system that Trotz employs. I feel like they surprise people the past couple of years.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? And Chara just helps that.
Yeah, definitely. And good. I mean, you can't beat the veteran presence in the locker room. Yeah, sucks he's not on the team anymore, dude.
Adam. You rocked the white.
I got the jersey.
It's cool. Speaking of acquisitions, and I had to get learned. Let me pull the shit up. There's some good shit here. You talk about the dude?
Is it? I don't even remember his name. To be honest, man. Is it Futa? Is it Mike Futa?
You know. So check it out though. This is
man ADHD. Yeah.
But look. This is what you were talking about.
Yeah, he's a crypto punk.
Bro's got the thing, bro. This guy's legit.
He's on Twitter now. It's a Twitter episode of Talkin' Sauce.
Well, I got to get to the shit. Keep talking about.
I don't know what to talk about.
What do you mean you don't know his name, bro? What's his name?
Mike Futa. Michael Futa. I'm just gonna keep saying Michael Futa.
What was it? Just the E in sports, but just E. Oh shit! Man, look at you. Can't buy no time.
Can't buy. I don't know what you transition.
Michael Futa.
Like, Mike Futa. I got it right, bro.
Michael Futa.
So Michael Futa. Here we go. Start giving it.
I said I did not know who the guy was. I had no idea. AKA Mike Futa.
Mike Futa.
It's Michael and Mike. He's 53 years old, all right? About 6'4". 192.
He's giving out his size stats.
Right, he was a good size player.
It's probably still a good size.
He could bench press me.
Yeah,
straight up. No, you see, he played in the NHL. He played for the. No, he didn't play. He didn't play in the NHL. That's cap. I thought he did. I swear to God, I thought he did. But he did head coach the some junior teams. This motherfucker didn't even play. Did he not play? Bro, he didn't even play like that. He played in Germany and Denmark. The motherfucker's done well as assistant general manager for the Los Angeles Kings. We know that.
He did. Had a lot of prospects.
I thought he played.
Make it. Well, he did play. He played the sport.
He played more than I did.
He played more than
I thought he
all of us,
played in the show.
In the show?
It's irrelevant, though.
Anyway, now he's the assistant to our GM.
He's actually the special assistant.
The special assistant. Oh, interesting.
You better get that fucking right.
My bad, bro.
Yeah, no, so he was the assistant general manager of the Kings 17-18, and then he was also a general manager of the Reign. I think that's their minor team. And then, yeah, assistant general manager. That's a hard thing to say 5 times fast.
Special assistant general manager. Special assistant general
That's
manager.
not fast enough.
That's nowhere near fast enough.
Well,
And the
that's as
special
fast
part I
as
wasn't
you-
even asking for. It was assistant general manager. I was asking
Assistant
for that.
general manager, assistant general manager, assistant general manager, assistant general manager.
You kind of tailed off at the end there, didn't you?
Yeah, I think you only did 4 of them, too.
I was waiting for the 5th clean one. I'm like, all right, I gotta go see a speech therapist, I guess. It's a good acquisition.
Yeah.
You were saying something about the picks that he helped get
Yeah, it
for
had
the
like
Kings.
for like whatever 4 or 5 years he was there, like 30 something of their draft picks ended up seeing NHL time, which has got to be, even if it's only a couple games.
It means something.
Yeah, and obviously we've traded. I mean, we got Roland McCown. I'm not sure how to say his last name, but the prospect who's been sitting like
It's like an Irish name. You can't get right.
Yeah, right there in between, AHL, NHL level. Got him from the Kings. A couple guys. Isn't that where Zykov came from?
Yes.
Originally? Yeah.
I think you're correct.
Yeah. So, there we go. Shouts out Mike Futa.
Like, I had nothing on him. I thought you had a little bit, and then I really had nothing, and then you had nothing.
Yeah, I
He
just
had
had
age and
some
height.
Had some. He got his height. He's
When
6'4".
I think that was 6. Was he? He wasn't 6'4".
I
I thought
swear
you said
he's-
6'3".
Did I say 6'3"? I probably started reading because the next on the same thing it gave me in centimeters, so I probably started to read that by accident.
Oh, okay.
He's like 6'6'1",
Okay.
like 192. Is
All
what.
right.
Left-handed.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
53, you said?
53.
He's 53 now. He's born
53 now.
1967.
Word.
Shouts out Mike Futa.
When he inevitably watches this episode, now that because they're gonna be like, all right, now that you're part of the Hurricanes organization, you gotta watch anything remotely affiliated that's fan content, just to get an idea of what the team is about in the fan base, because there's only like 10 of us.
Yeah.
So he watches this.
8
shit.
of us after D'Angelo.
There's a few of us left.
Yeah.
And he'll watch the whole thing. He'll see the whole evolution
Oh yeah.
I don't know where I was
He'll
going
see
with
the
that.
camera die halfway through the episode.
halfway through every episode. He'll start to notice the slow gap in which content's posted. Oh man. Start seeing the reused episode numbers. Didn't they just do 20? The fuck?
Say, I'm be honest. I don't think they mentioned the Hurricanes for like 4 straight episodes.
I don't know if these guys are right.
I
He's
don't.
got all that hurricane shit
All
behind
the
you.
shit.
though.
Are you
the
guys just
logo.
are you guys just giving me stuff with like red and white in the logo? I don't.
How much research did you guys do to even see that these guys weren't doing any Hurricanes research?
Hired the same company that was fucking put the sycamore on the high school football.
Dead ass.
ESPN high school football game. Handed out Talkin sauce recommendations. Good on.
That's
them.
who we need to work with.
Yeah, I
real.
mean
That
he can
whole
market
team.
himself.
That whole team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a sadder note, but we didn't talk about it during the week, man. Rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. Oh man, fucking
Dude, what a bummer.
dude, for real,
Just an absolute tragedy in the world of comedy
For real.
and just laughter.
for real.
What a funny dude. One of the, just forget stand up and all that stuff. One of just the funniest people that I think the world has seen.
Oh yeah,
He's just up there as one of the funniest human beings.
And one of those guys, like he can just do it anywhere.
That's what
like
I'm
on the
saying.
talk shows, he's being funny.
Just naturally hilarious, man. And there's just there's not a lot of people like that.
I would say like no one like Norm. To be honest,
No.
there's just people. There's certain people. It's just like there's only a one of one.
But just has that, but it has like even close to that same casual level of fearlessness in a conversation, especially like being on a fucking camera,
Yeah.
like live television. And dude, I love that. I love the bit when he's on The View, and it's like right after the Clinton election or around the first Bush election, and fucking he starts talking about Bill Clinton having been a murderer, and he's just talking about this on The View, and everyone and fucking what's her face?
Barbara Walters.
Barbara Walters trying to shut it down, and he's just like, he won't give it up, and then he brings up Cosby, and then he goes back to Clinton, dude. It's such a good bit. It's
I
so
thought
genuinely
everyone knew
funny.
it. I thought, yeah.
They're like, let's talk about football. He goes, okay, manslaughter.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
fucking legend, man. And it's always kind of, I don't know if it's morbid or not, but kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool when like this stuff happens and it's like, oh, he, had cancer for 10 years. And it's the fact that, I'm sure people around him knew, like his,
Oh, like this wasn't a big, I think it was public, but to your point that it wasn't like this big.
No, I don't think anyone knew until, like, at least from what I didn't know, and I know I saw like other like big comedians being like,
I thought there was a quote that he had made a while back that was reshared recently at his death, and because I thought it was a good quote, and that's my only context into thinking it was public. But it was some shit like,
oh, like where the cancer, it's a draw.
Right.
That one.
I think
that was from a set he had done where he was making like dying of cancer jokes.
Okay.
And then somebody was like let's not, like, that's not that, like, I'm dying of cancer or whatever. And he was like talking about something else. He's like, you know what I think I'm gonna talk about? Dying of cancer. And then just like went on to do it for like another 20 minutes, and that was like sprinkled within it. But they I think the theory was that was him kind of
gotcha,
like
okay,
working through some shit, his
Sure.
own shit, using kind of a,
and yeah,
not really talking about himself.
no, yeah, and to kind of compare that same sort of perception with Chadwick Boseman.
That's what I was thinking. But I just like seeing when it's like, knowing that like they obviously did have a good circle around them where it's like that type of shit.
Yeah.
That type of shit doesn't get out to the public.
Sure.
And I like to see it, especially at their level of
Yeah,
celebrity.
that's not morbid.
Yeah.
That was your concern. It's not morbid.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
thought that was gonna go
Wait, just like
a whole different direction. It's already hot as shit in here.
Yeah.
Got too much hair on my head. Sweating my ass off.
Dying out of here.
Dying, bro.
But yeah, man, rest in peace, dude.
Yeah, no, big rest in peace, man. It's so fucking. Ugh, I hate that.
For real, man.
I hate that. And he wasn't that old,
No.
and cancer. But fuck, 10 years, he had it.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Crazy, man.
Tough motherfucker.
For real.
I'm just gonna let that clock get a little longer.
just
I don't have any. Oh, we gotta do an outro, I guess. Yeah. I just want to hit space bar and shit. Just dead ass stop it. Clip in the outro from the last one, man.
No. No.
No. All right. Well, then we just won't say anything.
All right.
Dude, I'm not leaving until things over 50 minutes. The only way I can feel good. So
They can't tell me I didn't try. I was there for 50 minutes of recording.
yeah,
They
I
didn't
need to
give,
make my $100.
They didn't give. Which, by the way, like this is episode 130 times.
I've been doing some math.
This Dan Clark guy, he's got me thinking with my big brain, bro. I'm making bank now.
See, it's
every
all about
episode.
grinding, dude.
Well,
It's
there
all
was
about the
no.
hustle mindset. You exploit your friends.
There wasn't a value on what we were doing until he established it. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? It's like Silicon Valley shit.
I've NFT'd every episode personally and sold them all already. I need you to know that.
because people want that shit.
And people want it. And I flipped it into a CryptoPunk. Spent about $35,000.
I do. I need to reply back to that kid who replied to me and be like, "Bro, you screenshotted NFT in the middle of your profile picture." Like,
You should go buy the NFT of that dude's profile picture, and be like, "Yo, you're my son." Like
I
some
mean,
shit
this
like
dude,
that.
this dude was my son as soon as he started typing to me. He
But then
became
you own his
adopted.
profile picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think Disney's NFT'd all the Marvel movies, and they're just sitting on it?
Well, so
They're
that's the
working on
interesting
it.
thing about licensing and like just like intellectual property, right? Like at some level, one could argue that is an NFT. Having the licensed ownership
I mean, yeah.
in
Well,
a
yeah.
weird way. I mean, it's not like literally an NFT, but just in a,
I mean, that's how the court. There's probably not like a document on it yet, but that's how the court case would shake out.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But do you think they
It's
just
the
avoided
precedent.
all that shit and immediately minted that shit?
And they probably did.
Probably did,
they
right?
Did. Yeah. Just on some like took care of his shit. and
Yeah.
They're not even gonna ever need to mention it.
No.
No one could buy it anyway.
Well, you never know, dude. Jeff Bezos is out there. See, he might buy the Denver Broncos. It's between apparently him and Jay-Z.
Is it between them?
I think it's, to me, it sounds like it's up to Jeff Bezos. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's between us, but in the sense that if he doesn't want it all, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
but,
he's the white guy here.
But well, that's that was my angle. It's more that he's got Way too much.
That was
I
at
mean,
48.09.
just an absurd amount of money. You know,
Yeah,
it's the bidding war. He could.
Like literally, almost everything in this room was shipped by Amazon to this location. Like almost everything.
Dylan got Amazon here when his leg was broke. He like put him in a box.
Well, I went to Amazon.com. I was like,
I was droned in. They just held me by the shoulders.
that's a strong ass drone, bro.
Yeah, just dangling.
Yeah, this shit needed repairs. Bring your fat ass.
Yeah.
I typed in
Drop.
Amazon. I was like, little brother can produce my podcast. And he showed up.
Yeah, we have a robot.
Yeah. Like, look, good motherfucker, look like you and everything.
Jesus.
Well, we did it.
I think we did it.
We did it.
I think we did it.
I missed every opportunity to clown on that Hornets hat somehow. Just like there's not really anything there, but
It's never too late.
It
Never
is at
too
this
late.
point. I identified that it's too late.
That's fair.
But by having
But it's
mentioned
also
that
like
it was
what-
something to clown on, it's clowned on.
But it's also like,
It's a
mean,
diss.
do you even know enough to really clown on? I don't know enough to even like know what you're clowning me on.
They went to New Orleans and then crawled back to Charlotte, and then that was it.
What do you?
I got nothing.
I was like, it sounds like it might be
One of
something.
the
I just
coolest
don't know.
logos and color schemes that no one cares about.
Damn.
They're the Bobcats now. You don't even exist.
Well, they're the Hornets again.
Shit.
I
That's
thought
how
they were the
far
Bobcats
behind you
that
are.
became the Hornets.
No, damn basketball. I've been the Hornets for
They've been the Hornets again for a minute, yeah?
For like a minute.
At
For
least since we were like freshmen in college.
A couple seasons.
It's been a little. It's been a
Don't
hot
don't
little-
do this.
It's been a hot little minute.
I can count on one hand how long they've been, which ain't that long.
They're the Rick and Morty of the.
They are. They are kind of the Rick and Morty.
Oh man.
Most toxic fan base.
The Hornets.
Yeah, the Hornets. There's like,
Most non-existent fan base.
We'd like to get just a good player. Just a good player.
They drafted like 10. What you mean? They drafted a lot. They drafted a lot of good players. Does Kemba Walker still play for them?
No, he's in New York.
Because
We don't even think he's in New York anymore. He dipped right when his like rookie contract was up.
they didn't exactly.
Yeah,
They suck.
yeah. Owned by Michael Jordan though.
I knew that.
So that's
I knew like two
sad.
things that were sort of relevant.
And the third one he forgot was that they are still the Hornets.
You don't even exist. It's cold.
Cold piece.
Whatever. I care about real sports like football.
College football.
No, I'm talking about soccer. Real sports.
Fair enough.
Jacob,
What's up, dog?
where can they get us if they want to berate our opinions?
If you want more compelling content like what we've put in front of you today,
For
hit us up.
130
For
episodes
130 episodes, hit up our Patreon. It's $100 every time you listen to it. At Talkin Sauce Pod, no underscore. Respect the underscore.
Respect.
We got podcast every Monday, Scrum every Wednesday. You can
Ish.
get me at Jacob, JAY underscore COBBB. I don't check. Josh.
You get me. I do. TCABZZ.
Yo, Dylan, where can they find you at, man?
Hey, you can get me on Reddit at UTBagsYourMom 69420 lowercase x capital X. That's UTBagsYourMom 69420 lowercase x capital X.